fun drink. It's like fun and joy. It's in a mug. Green. What is the bottles? Dude, that was the funniest thing yesterday. Sending the P missile. If you don't got a needle, you're a weirdo. If you don't got a needle, you're not gnarly. You're still the same guy. Well, I don't like Fortnite. like Rakai. You the best. Like Rakai. Rakai, you the best. Miss Rakai. Rakai, you the best. If you don't got a needle, you're a weirdo. There's you the best. Rakai, you the best, bro. I'm gonna. Here's my introduction chapter.
It's
What?
attendance time. Carrie.
Here.
Chris.
Here.
Karma. Karma.
Right here. Here's my introduction, chapter 1, verse 1. Best rapper alive if anybody wants some. Let me tell a story how I
Oh my gosh.
Okay, everyone, quiet. It's attendance time. Carrie.
Here.
Chris.
Here.
Karma. Karma.
Right here. Here's my introduction, chapter 1, verse 1. Best rapper alive if anybody wants some. But let me tell a story how I doubted my name and I lost my confidence until my daddy explained that karma means destiny. If I put good into the world, it comes back, and that's bringing out the best in me. We're all unique and nobody's the same. So let's conquer the world. I'm ready to make change. Challenge was the queen and I follow my dream.
What on earth? Here's my
Have you
introduction
ever seen
chapter.
the
Whoa.
monk parakeet? This bird is endemic to countries in southern South America, such as Brazil and Argentina. But populations might also be spotted in places as far north as New York, Boston, or Chicago. There are many theories as to how
What
this
animal?
species wound up so far from home. One legend has it that a mass shipment of monk parakeets intended for the pet trade made a great escape from a shipping crate at JFK International Airport in Queens, New York during the 1960s. Another common thought is that pet owners frequently release these birds for being too noisy. Monk parakeets survive in colder climates by living in
Oh,
colonies
shoes.
that include dozens of individuals. Together, they build well-insulated nest structures that keep them warm during harsh winters. The nests, which consist of numerous chambers, are often crafted with thorny branches, likely as a defense against predators. Have you ever seen the monk parakeet? This bird is endemic to countries in southern South America, such as Brazil and Argentina, but populations might also be spotted in places as far north as New York, Boston, or Chicago. There are many theories as to how this species wound up so far from home. One legend has it that a mass shipment of monk
Some Pokemon come in pairs of two, because who doesn't need a friend? Some of these are official, like Nidoking and Nidoqueen, or Plusle and Minun, but others are more just assumed to be connected, like Ranunculus and Gothitelle, mostly because they're both version exclusives. Now, there are multiple reasons two Pokemon can be considered counterparts or in a pair. Some, like Seviper and Zangoose, have lore reasons, with both of these two being natural enemies of each other and constantly fighting in the wild. Others can't evolve without the other, like Excelgor and Escavalier, who trade outfits when you trade them with a friend. And then there are some that are completely obvious, like Sock and Throw. Seriously, who did they think they were fooling here? But there are also some cases where one Pokemon in the duo gets left behind. For years, Magnemite and Diglett were considered to be a pair, mostly because their evolutions are identical with them just multiplying, but then Magnezone came along in Generation 4 and left Dugtrio in the dirt. Literally. There are also cases like Jynx, Electabuzz, and Magmar, who were considered a trio and even got baby Pokemon together in Generation 2, but then, because of the controversy surrounding Jynx, Game Freak probably made the decision to not give them an evolution in Generation 4. Some Pokemon come in pairs of 4 and left Dugtrio in the dirt. Literally. There are also cases like Jynx, Electabuzz, and Magmar, who were considered a trio and even got baby Pokemon together in Generation 2, but then, because of the controversy surrounding Jynx, Game Freak probably made the decision to not give them an evolution in Generation.
In the Greek dub, Katara's name is Tamara. This is probably because Katara means curse in Greek. According to Aunt Wu, Katara will have her third great-grandchild before quietly passing away in her sleep. And this prediction still holds up in the series, since only her third grandchild, not great-grandchild, Rohan, was born during Book 1 of Legend of Korra. Katara is only one of 2 people aside from the avatars themselves to have seen 4 avatars in their lifetime, the other being Sokka. She saw Roku and Kyoshi manifest themselves through Aang, she knew Aang personally, and she was Avatar Korra's water-bending master. However, Katara was the only member of Team Avatar never to meet Fire Lord Ozai on screen during the series. And did you know that Katara is the only character to appear in both the first and last scenes of Avatar The Last Airbender? My name is Antoine and I do geeky stuff. In the Greek dub, Katara's name
I do geeky stuff. Here's
in
my
the Greek
introduction,
dub,
chapter
Katara's
1,
name is
verse 1.
Tamara. This is
Pretty convinced you, didn't I?
Wait, you did? But I. Whoa!
Mr. Crawford! Wait, we need your help! Major, where you at? Where you at? Keys, I'm trying to get him back, get him back! Major, where you at? Where you at? Keys, I'm trying to get him back! Everybody listen close. My brother needs help right now. He's hurt and he's really not himself right now. It's a must that we have to find Major. Let's show Keys he can count on his neighbors. Even if his dog is loud, smelly, goofy, we have to act now. There's no time to be choosy. And if we all start searching around, what's lost, it'll finally be found. If you lost something, we would help Chef Scott. United, we're strong, and these are our blocks. We love one another, and I know you understand. I think I have a plan. Major, where you at? Where you at? Keys, we promise to get him back, get him back. Hey!
When Disney recently dropped the trailer for their upcoming film Hexed, some people were quick to point out that each shot seemed to be conveniently framed so that if you cropped the trailer, it could easily be viewed as a vertical video for social media. This debate blew up to the point where the directors were even confronted about it. People were on Disney's case, calling it TikTok slop, calling vertical video a disaster for the human race. Part of what I do as a creator is adapt clips from my YouTube videos to post as Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts. Many creators and streamers do this too to expand their reach and build their community across platforms. And I will publicly admit, editing these clips is my least favorite thing to do. Social media these days is built around vertical videos, so naturally, people are apparently way more likely to engage with videos in the portrait format, and way less likely to go to the lengths of rotating their phone to watch widescreen content. And a lot of the time, people don't even watch short-form videos with the sound on. It's just something you gotta do now, so I do it too. And phones are small, so I don't always know how to edit my clips for them. After all, my videos are made to be watched like this. Whenever there's a shot of cartoon me talking, those are pretty easy to deal with because it's just one character on screen. But what about this? Do I pan? Do I zoom out and deal with the black bars? Or do I do that thing where you have the video playing on another layer behind the main video and you blur it just so it looks like the whole phone screen is being used even though it isn't? I don't know, but back to the Hext situation. Is Disney's new movie made for reals? The big reason everyone accused Hext of being made for vertical viewing was its center framing in every shot. Which is true to an extent. I mean, not like every shot, but I'll admit that lots of the real world shots, especially in the first 20-ish seconds of the trailer, have roughly centered compositions. So I took to my Instagram story to get more people's thoughts. Lots of people thought the same thing, that the framing was a deliberate choice, at least for the trailer, specifically so it's more vertical friendly. Some said it was too coincidental to not be deliberate. The main tweet in question that spawned this whole thing led some users to emerge with their own edit of the trailer, like, look, I cropped it to be phone-shaped. You might watch the first 20 seconds and be like, oh yeah, that looks pretty suspicious. Everything is framed in the middle. But there's this thing called audience retention, so at that point, most people have formed their opinions and scrolled on. But if you actually watch the full edit, you can see that it falls apart pretty quickly. It doesn't really prove anything. I mean, most of the shots aren't framed as nicely as people had convinced themselves. And this person didn't even have to make this edit anyway, because Disney always releases their own vertical format trailer on Instagram and TikTok, just like most movie studios do these days. Anyways, I decided to do my own shot-by-shot analysis of the entire Hext trailer, and if you compare the normal YouTube version with the Instagram version, you can already see the decisions and compromises the editor had to make when adapting it. It took me so long to make this, by the way, because there were actually a lot of precise ways that the editor manipulated the footage, using camera pans and extra cuts so that the audience would be able to mostly understand what's going on throughout the whole trailer. Even for this shot, which is one of the prime center-framed shots you see right at the beginning, Disney framed it like this for the vertical trailer, because the point of this camera angle isn't the back of her head, it's everyone's reactions to her walking into school. There's a couple shots that were actually split into multiple cuts for the vertical version, like this shot of Billy reaching under the bathroom stall for the necklace. It's one take in the movie, but on Instagram you cut to the necklace, then to Billy's face, then her hand. It's pretty janky, but that's because vertical format has a lot of limitations. I already told you how annoyed I get editing vertical videos, but it's clear that Disney did their best here to display each action so the story is clear. And other than these cuts, there are lots of pans. It's impossible to edit this trailer vertically without doing these pans, or else way too much action is lost. I also noticed that once we get to the magical world and there's actually some action happening, things get more dynamic with the camera, so the flat center framing thing in the beginning now feels more like a directorial choice to me. Center framing is part of cinematic language. It's very common and usually very intentional. It can be used for humor, impact, or for bringing a sense of rigidity or monotony, which I think is the case for this opening sequence. Lots of people compared Hext to another trailer from DreamWorks for their upcoming movie Forgotten Island. Not gonna lie, I'm team Forgotten Island on this one. This movie looks amazing. The style is fresh, I love the colors and character designs, and it's so dynamic. There's so much going on. They even have this 2D animated sequence. I'm sold. I'm sold. Take my money. I'm already at the theater, actually, seated for this movie, and it's not even out yet. When you look at the official vertical trailer of Forgotten Island, you can see way more compromises had to be made when editing this. Like, I'd hate to be the guy who had to convert this for reals. Like, this joke with them spinning on the bus was completely lost in the vertical version. But that said, I still don't think comparing these two movies is fair. Hext has like one main character, and most shots of this teaser are just her. So no matter where she is in frame, whether she's in the center, or over here, or over there, or if it's an upshot or a crane shot, it will always be easier to crop that for a reel. Much more than a trailer with two main characters who are always appearing together and tons more action. At the end of the day, a trailer is an ad, and vertical videos are always either short-form content or ads. And look at how many views these trailers get. It's no wonder film studios go to these extra lengths to market their films on your vertically shaped phone. Everyone these days is just scrolling. Even if Disney did consider which shots to include in the trailers so that it can be easily converted to vertical, center framing has nothing to do with it. I don't think they're so lazy as to just frame everything in the middle so they can post the trailer as is on TikTok with no need to edit further. That's not how it works. And after watching a ton of other recent animated trailers, I'm surprised this debate only popped up around Hext. I mean, look at how much is centered in the GOAT trailer, or Elio. Oh wait, someone did accuse Elio of being made for TikTok. But what about Not Alone? That trailer has plenty of action in the center. I even thought I would try making my own hit tweet, as a joke. It wasn't really a hit. No one actually cares about center framing. We just like to dog on Disney, which is valid, by the way. There are plenty of other reasons to not like Hext, like the fact that the character design is uninspired, the tropes are way too tropey, or the fact that the premise is eerily similar to The Owl House, a show that too tropey, or the
Was.
fact that the premise is eerily similar to The Owl House, a show that Disney canceled prematurely because it did not fit the Disney brand. But let's be honest, they just didn't like how gay it was. Some people were even throwing the term AI around willy-nilly. I'm not gonna touch that though. This movie is obviously made by humans, and like, Disney's worst artist's worst work is still better than anything an AI could produce. Also, how do you think that AI was trained in the first place? So, do I think the Hext movie, or even the trailer, was made for social media? Nope. I think a lot of people, me included, drew conclusions too early. And as I hinted at earlier, Cartoon Brew did confront the Hext directors, and according to them, they were caught off guard by the discourse around Hext, calling it bizarre and not true. So there, I think we can assume that Disney doesn't intend for anyone to go to TikTok and search Hext full movie part 1 out of 52. They'd slap a copyright strike on that. They want your butt seated in the theater when it comes out, and then they want your $19 a month so you can watch it again on Disney+. At least for now. This news is from several months ago, but Disney actually is apparently exploring the concept of TikTok-style vertical videos for their platform. I guess they have this vision of their streaming service being a must-visit daily destination. There's no way. There's no way. This is what Gen Z and Gen Alpha are expecting. They are not necessarily thinking about sitting down watching a long-form 2.5-hour piece of content on their phones. And would you look at that, if you open the Disney Plus app, there is a whole tab dedicated to TikTok-style, infinite scroll-style, short-form clips and previews of their shows and movies. Does anyone actually use this? Raise your hand if you use this. Oh my goodness. And Disney made it clear that they won't treat their short-form content as previews for their longer stuff, but as enhancements to the overall Disney Plus experience.
Hey Tristan, what you doing?
Oh, just scrolling on Disney Plus. So, while Hext in particular is probably not made to be watched vertically, that doesn't mean Disney isn't eyeing the format for the future. I'm sure it won't be long before Disney tries to release their own 60-episode AI-generated vertical format micro-series to follow in the footsteps of TikTok. But when that happens, we'll know. Hopefully. And will I be seeing Hext? Probably not. I didn't care before the trailer. I didn't care after. I just felt spiritually like I needed to address the whole vertical thing as someone who spends hours editing videos for YouTube and Instagram. Anyways, I can't wait to see Forgotten Island. If you'd like to support me and this channel, I have a Patreon that you can join. It's $5 a month, and you'll get early access to all my videos, bonus content, progress updates, and yeah, a special thanks to all my current members. You guys are amazing.
Shirts
Thanks
and
for-
pants.
Whoa!
Ooh, shirts and
Happy
pants.
birthday!
Oh, thank you.
You said something about pants?
Shirts and pants.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Ooh. Top 10 don't knows. Uh-oh, there's a bug.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, what are you gonna stream? What's the plan?
I was just gonna stream. I was just gonna do stuff, and it would be on stream. That was kind of the plan. I don't really have like any set game.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Shelly's still on Forsaken.
You know, Shelly loves Forsaken. I've not seen a day where they don't join at least once.
Oh my days. V-Pouch. It's so over.
V
Guys. On this stream, we're gonna be killing V.
pouch. The stream hasn't even started yet. I'm trying to what am I trying to do? Oh yeah. Visibility.
Disability?
Disability.
What?
Hmm.
What is happening? What are you talking about? Why my whole Roblox like having a bug?
Your
Text
whole
size,
Roblox.
background trim.
All right.
Maybe it's time to switch to dark mode Roblox.
Perchance. Persnickety, bro.
Maybe not. Low key, this looks so much better.
Just don't say-
What is a persnickety? Or what about Nebula Drift on dark? Or what about energetic?
Persnickety. Fussy about small details, hard to please, or having the traits of a snob. Well, that's interesting.
Why are you looking up definitions?
You ask what is a persnickety? I told you.
Ooh. Ooh, you're right. Wait, let me get OBS open actually. It's only right. Let me close metal first so I don't die. Type in chat. I know
Type
you're
in
hearing
chat.
this.
I know you're hearing this right now. Type in chat and respond to what I was saying.
Respond to what I am saying. I need to find the one that William sent me. He sent me like a Chinese one.